Morning, Nathan. Today we're talking about the value of advice. You've been doing this for a long time. So what is the value of advice to our clients?
It really comes back to, I think, two key concepts, quantitative and qualitative value. They sound very similar, and I sometimes get them back to front myself, but quantitative value is the numbers. That's the tax saved, that's the fees, that's some instances performance, that's the long-term numbers, the financials. Qualitative value is the emotions. So with quantitative value, we can give you the rational basis, but fundamentally, we know there's huge amounts of value in that qualitative, the feelings, the sense of security, and the freedom of choice.
Can you help us understand how we measure the qualitative value we add to a client?
Well, given that it is immeasurable by nature, it's a little tricky, but we've got a number of tools that we use that record that sense of security and that freedom of choice that I mentioned, now and in the future. And we like to look at the language that you're using at the time, as well as getting a score on that to track, is there an improvement in that sense of security? Do you feel more in control of your finances? Do you feel a greater sense of protection against something randomly coming into your world? With that great freedom of choice, do you feel like you can spend the money on what you want to both now and in the future? So if we're seeing an increase in sense of security and an increase in the freedom of choice, both now, but also in the long term, then we know we're creating qualitative value.
Nathan, some of your clients have been with you for more than 10 years. Explain to us why they stick around. Why do they feel that you add enough value over a prolonged period of time?
The number one reason that I've come from surveys with them is they like to know I'm there. I've taken clients through multiple stages of life, through bringing up a family, private school fees, kids finishing school, retirement, their parents going into aged care. For my clients that have been around that long, and all my clients, it's knowing that there's someone who knows them, their values, who their family is, and fundamentally what's important to them. So when they've got a big decision to make, they're straight on the phone to me, not having to explain themselves every single time to someone new, that they've got, say, that trusted advisor, and I can be in their corner right away.
A big part of this is the client knowing that someone is there for them, that there's someone that has a deep understanding of their finances and a lot of times their personal lives. So it's easy to reach out to Nath because Nath understands my situation, and that gives them such a big sense of security. And that's where the value add for a financial advisor being on your side really comes in.